pray, Holy Ghost, of your cup overflowing. I'm saying, Lord, I'm gonna come out here with that stuff. But last night when I was trying to get myself together and I wasn't gonna talk about the power of resurrection, it was in the card that I sent everybody, the email. I'll put you on to make sure you get it. Email me. You didn't get it? You want the email? You're not a Yahoo person, are you? Okay. Email godswinningwomen@aol.com.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on getting a new website up. godswinningwomen@aol.com, and just say, please don't forget me for my email. And then the box would add me to your email. Same thing. But I do send you emails.
But you know what? I just remembered my email is still, so maybe that's my email. So I did have the box now.
And then go and make sure it's not spam.
Okay.
Because when you send out a bulk email, sometimes it can come out as spam. Yeah, so send it back. Eventually, we're gonna have one connected to the website. But right now, we don't have it, so just remind me. And so I wasn't talking about the power of his resurrection, but I didn't get that. And when I was looking, I just saw something, you know, it was a Christmas thing. He said, and then God said, "What did I tell you this year was?" He had told me this was the year of the giver. Okay, but doesn't sound profound.
Oh my God, yes it is.
Okay, he said, "This is the year of the giver."
Yes it is.
Okay, and I said, "Well, I'm gonna bring it out today." When I heard it,
Yes,
my spirit said, "Yeah, go ahead, you can bring it out there. You don't care what nobody say.
Yes.
Maybe your thing ain't as deep as what their pastors say, but that's what you got to say." And so I wanted to do that, and then I switched it to the season of the giver, because I think it's very important. I want to read one of the scriptures that I have. I want you all to find some scriptures on giving so we can work with it. But the main one I have here is in 2 Corinthians 9.
Oh.
So this is in 2 Corinthians. Paul is getting ready to be killed, we know. And there's still disputes a little bit about what's going on in Corinth. You know, the first letter to the Corinth, the issues were fornication. They were which gift was the best. It was about husband and wife relationship. It was about what you should eat. And so he had to talk to them about all of those things, about who love, what love is all about. And so by the time he writes this, it may be around 40 or 50 BC. I mean, AD, I don't know what it is, but it's 20 or 30 years after Christ died. And so as he's talking to them, he goes through all this thing, you know, and begins to get to the last thing about a gift. Because they had to try to send money to him to support him. 2 Corinthians 9. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna start at the first one. And I'm gonna read the message for the first 4 or 5 verses. And then I'm going to read the King James for the ones I want to focus on. The message is good, so sometimes it's not so good, but sometimes it is. So this is Paul saying, if I wrote any more on the relief offering for the poor Christians, I'd be repeating myself. I know you're on board and ready to go. Bragging about you all from Macedonia province, telling them the Achaia province, which is where Corinth was, has been ready to go on this and support them since last year. Your enthusiasm has now spread to just about everybody. But now I'm sending the brothers to make sure you're ready to support the ministry, that is. As I said you would be, so my bragging won't turn out to be just hot air. If some Macedonians and I happen to drop in on you and found you weren't prepared, we'd all be pretty embarrassed or red-faced, you and us, for acting so sure of ourselves. So to make sure there will be no slip-up, I recruited these brothers as an advanced team to get you and your promised offering all ready before I get there. I want you to have all the time you need to make this offering in your own way. So he's talking about giving. And I don't want anything forced or hurried at the last minute. And then he says this, remember, a stingy planter gets a stingy crop. A lavish planter gets a lavish crop. And I want each of you to take plenty of time to think it over and make up your mind about what you want to give. That will protect you against sob stories and arm twisting. God loves it when the giver delights in the giving. So I'm going on to the King James and read that again. But this I say, he who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly. And he who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. So let each one give as he purposes in his heart, not grudgingly or of necessity, for God loves a cheerful giver. And God, and underline number 8, and God is able to make all grace abound toward you, that you always having all sufficiency in all things may have an abundance for every good work, go bountifully, which is each one of you all. Because you all have to keep this ministry alive. And I know you do it for your church and for other people. So he says, as it is written, he has dispersed abroad, he has given to the poor, but righteousness endures forever. Now this is my verse. But it's between 8 and 9. He who supplies seed to the sower and bread for food, may he supply and multiply the seed that you have sown and increase the fruits of your righteousness, while you are being enriched in everything for all liberality, which causes thanksgiving through us to God. We do this for the administration of the service, not only to supply the needs of the saint, but also as a boundary to make thanksgiving to God. While through the proof of this ministry, they glorify God for the obedience of your confession to the gospel of Christ, and for your liberal sharing with them, and by their prayer for you who long to be with you because of the exceeding grace of God in you. And then he says, thanks be to you for his indescribable giving. And so God was sharing with me that this is the year of the giving, because now you're going to see in more ways than one that God is able to make all grace, all unmerited, unrequited favor run to you, stretch out to you, jump on you, that you always having enough in all things may have an abundance for every good work. So he's saying you already have enough. But he's saying as you have given cheerfully and willingly, not trying to manipulate anybody or just trying to get over or make a name for yourself, he's saying that you will have all sufficiency in all things already, but you're going to have an abundance for every good work. This is for the givers, the ones who've been given. He's saying, I'm getting ready to give you something so you can do more of what you're doing. And then he said, not only that, he said, I want God, who is the one who gives you the seed in the first place, and who also prepares a table before you in the presence of his enemies, will multiply the seed that you have sown and increase the fruits of your righteousness. So you'll be enriched in everything. So God is saying this is a year of the giver, because we have given not because we had to. We gave because we wanted to. And we give, but we give of our time, we give of our talents, we give of our treasure. We take calls from people when we got things to do, and we listen to people. We take care of other people's children. We fight for them. We do everything we can. We seed them to ministries. We help other people. We encourage other people because it's just who we are now. And we are just givers. And a giver can't do anything else but give. Every time we have an opportunity to give, we give to somebody, something. Even if we say, silver and gold have I not, but such as I have, I give unto you. We're always giving something. And God is saying your giving is not in vain. You don't always see what you give for, because we don't always give for a purpose. Now, there is a time when we give a seed to take care of the need. And then God will give us back according to that. I think it's Luke 6:32 or something like that. It says when you give, God is going to give it back to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will men and women pour back into you. So when you give for a specific need, God will get to the point where you sow seeds abundantly. There's a scripture in Proverbs that says there's one who holds tight and receives nothing, and there's one who releases everything and gets everything. And those of us who are the givers are getting ready to come into a season where we're not going to have to want. We're going to have what we need and then more. Are you with me? That's why we can be like the widow with only had 2 mites. You know, that's 4.008 of a penny. She gave what she had.
Yeah.
I don't know if she knew what was coming her way, but Jesus made a big deal of that. So sometimes we don't have anything to give, but we give what we have. And that's when God said, there go my girl. She giving it up again. She don't know how she gonna pay her bill. She don't know how she gonna take care of this, but she give it up anyway. That's why I gotta keep blessing her. That's why I gotta have her looking at Queen and this and that. Walking in with all the crown. That's why I gotta give her a brand new big time truck or Mercedes to move from a 2003 Jeep that's breaking down every day, every place she goes, to a brand new Benz with a warranty where they take care of it. That's a real giver. This is the year of the giver. He's saying that you may not even know them, but when you see it into the kingdom, God's gonna bring you other things you're not even looking for. When you don't know, your daughters are gonna come around. Look at your son. Sooner or later, they're gonna show that they're not right to keep them. You know what I mean? Sooner or later, it's gonna come out because the evil can't hide long. This is the year, the season of the giver. Because God has said, yeah, I've been watching you, girl. I've been watching you rob Peter. No, we don't rob. I've been watching you hold up for Peter to pay Paul. But I want you to know that Peter and Paul are okay, but my word is important. You've been seated in my word. God wants you to know right now, this is the year of the giver. At first, when I first heard that, I thought he was just saying, this is a year where we're going to give more. Which was okay with me because I wanted to give more. One of the things that happened when we got down to Jamaica was that I didn't realize that Kingston was like the hood. Okay, it's like New York. Like New York, you can find the poorest and the richest. They even have a section up on the hills of Jamaica called Beverly Hills. But down in the bottom, you got the hood. You got stuff that I'm saying, hey, this ain't the Jamaica I thought I was going to. Yeah, I think about Ocho Rios or the Real or Monterey. But he took us right in the hood. I mean, and we looked at the Monica's church, we could see the light coming in through the ceiling in the holes in the wall. And we said, what do you do? They said, we put buckets under there. And I'm saying, what? Okay, and I'm just saying, and we talking about our stuff. We had to get a plunger and work on our own toilet. And some of them still have to go outside. What kind of stuff is that? We stayed in a Catholic retreat center. And the nuns used to be there probably back in the 50s when everything was new. And we looked at the pictures, everything was clean. We checked it out for y'all when we go down there. And we said, hey, we couldn't go to Barrymore at the same time because the water pressure was bad. So some of us had to hold it for a while till the water pressure goes so we could flush the toilet. And we said, dang, this is not what we thought. And we went downstairs to eat, and it looked pretty, nice. And we looked at it, when we looked closer, the paint was chipping. You know how in the real old houses, the sink separates from the countertop, and there was holes in the chairs. And I'm saying, hold up, the paint was all dirty. He said, we can do this for $120. You know, and I began to think, of course, I didn't have any money at that time because I was in between giving. You know, sometimes you're in between giving, and you don't have it. Yeah. We had just given her $1,000 from God's Winning Women, and we give her some extra stuff too. But I got the revelation then. I said, God, I want to be a philanthropist. I said, what? I said, like Bill Gates.
All right.
I want to be able to say, hey, I'm gonna give you $1,000 to fix this up. You know, and then somebody on the other side was saying, Negro, please. You ain't got the money to give somebody a tip when you get back on the plane. Okay, please. Well, I didn't have money for a tip, but it did. You know, I was on a budget. But I said, it doesn't matter. My heart is a heart of a giver, and I'm a philanthropist. And I realized that a philanthropist is not just what a Bill Gates does or those other people that give. A philanthropist is someone who sees the need and can give. And that became my dream. That's what he said, I called you to be a giver. And it's not the amount of money that you give. You don't have what Bill Gates has,
Yes.
but he doesn't have what you have.
That's right.
We don't have what Bill Gates has,
Yes.
but he doesn't have what we have.
My.
This is the year of the giver. When Paul and Silas, I think it was, went to the gate. Was it Paul and Silas? I always get the two mixed up. They went to the gate called Beautiful. Who's at the gate called Beautiful? Was it Paul and Silas or Peter and John? It's two of them brothers. Two of them brothers. They all look alike after a while. You know what I mean? They all look alike. We ain't seen no pictures of them. And that man said, they said, silver and gold have I not, but such as I have, in the name of Jesus. This is the year for the givers to use the name of Jesus. To break down strongholds, to open up doors that no man can shut, to shut doors that no man can open. No matter what is around you, no matter doors are shut for you, it doesn't matter for us. Because God is going to do what we need to do. And you know what that's blocking us now? Because God doesn't want it open yet. You with me? But that means while we're inside, we got to bind up and loose whatever needs to be loosed at that same time. We need to open up the doors for other people. Because as we do it unto them, God will do it unto us. And what is our favorite scripture? Ephesians 3:20 said, He will do it what? Exceedingly abundantly. What dealer did you go to first?
I went to Cadillac dealer.
You went to Cadillac dealer. So she started high. And then you started Cadillac.
Oh, first. I went to Jeep.
That's right, you went
Another
to,
Jeep.
okay. That's still General Motors. You went to a Jeep.
Yes.
And then she didn't want like the Jeep. And then you went to what?
I went to Nissan.
Nissan. Watch it. Jeeps didn't work. She went to Nissan, went to the Cadillac, right?
Then I went to Cadillac.
And what happened when you went to the Cadillac?
Cadillac person would give me a navigation system.
Wouldn't give her navigation.
So
She got no money for the car anyway. But she wanted navigation.
And so I said, he said, well, you gotta go up. I said, well, I can't afford to go up. I said, if I go up, I might as well get a Mercedes. He said, well, you know, why don't you go see if they'll give you a navigation? Go up to the Mercedes and see if they'll give it to you. I said, I think I will.
You hear me? That's a giver.
That's right. I know that's it.
That's a giver. She got, and tell them how you drew the Mercedes, man. I told God I need to use your. I said, you know what I mean.
This is what I want. This is what I have to have. If you let me, if you give the navigation system to me, man, we can't give that to you. You know, we can't. I said, okay, well, I was going to buy it tonight. So, okay. So they went and talked, and the two guys bought the navigation system for me.
Thank God it's for. You hear me? That's talking about forgiving. Now, did you have an 800 credit rating?
No, Lord Jesus.
Hello. How long have you not been working?
For 8 years.
8 years. You know 8 years. You ain't got no good credit rating.
Ain't got no money.
Ain't had no money. Ain't had no money.
God made the way.
But it's a year of the giver.
Yes, it
You've been giving to your children, you've been giving wherever you go.
That's right.
We went to the Seventh-day Adventist Church, was not what she was called, but she's giving up her life to them, to bring life back to them.
And I was listening on the way here. That's why I get so excited about the word, because on the way here, I was so tired. I said, oh God, I'm so tired. I can't find rest. I'm just so tired. I'm just going. And the Spirit's like, just you give up yourself, God will replenish you. He will find like. And I turned the radio on, and there's T.D. Jakes talking about giving. Oh, yes, he was talking about he was talking about reciprocity. And was saying the reason why Jesus spoke the fig tree, not because the fig didn't have anything on there, but because it wasn't giving anything back. It wasn't giving anything back. He given the fig tree everything that it needed, but it wasn't giving back. And he said, if you don't give back, you know, the circle is broken. You break the circle, so you have to give. And, you know, because God has given us. So if He's given us, we need to give out so that it'll come back. He said, don't give just to receive, but it's a part of the circle. He said, but if you stop, that's why Jesus spoke. He was like, you've been given all of this, but you're not giving anything back. I said, wow. He said, it is time for giving.
It's the season.
It's
to walk in.
Here, you say it, I'm like, okay, this is
It's a time to walk in.
Yes, it
You know,
is.
and as I said before, he's not concerned about the amount. That verse 50 said, he loves a cheerful giver.
Yes.
We give out of love. Cheer
Yes.
talks about love. What else does cheer talk about?
Yeah.
Cheerful means what?
Oh,
Happy. What else?
joy.
Joyous. Okay, cheerful, someone has some energy,
Yes.
enthusiasm.
Yes. Right.
In the story about the woman with the issue of issues, but the woman who had the widow's mite, the Bible says this is my Greek coming in. The word, it says she cast in, that word is ballo, which is a root word of the word ballistic. You ever heard ballistic? You heard of ballistic?
Yes.
Ballistic means go bam. So she threw it in.
Yeah.
She didn't put it down. You know, sometimes we have a little change.
Uh-huh.
We don't want anybody to hear our change.
Right.
We put it down like that so we can't hear it. She threw it in, so everybody knew she didn't have anything. And that's the kind of cheerful
Yes.
she was. And that's how he wants us to be able to give. And the thing it says here is that when you do it, it's sound toward you.
Yes. Yes.
And so what we didn't even realize is that we may not have gotten, for a long time, we were still in that car and didn't know how long it was going to work. But grace was abounding to you.
Yes.
Abound means to come around.
Yes.
Abound means to come through. Hey, man, come on in.
Yes. Yes.
And so grace was coming your way. So y'all don't know it. Grace is coming your way right now. It may be on the beltway right now, caught in traffic. It may be turning the corner, but grace is coming.
Yes.
And grace moves, grace moves, grace moves, grace moves. It says it's abound toward you. It's coming toward you right now. Because why? We've been giving grace to others. The first word that Jesus said on the cross was, Father, forgive them. That was a move of grace.
Yes.
He gave them grace. Give them grace. And God is saying the more we forgive those people who have lied on us, who have misunderstood us, who have come up against us, the more we're giving grace to them. That's why God said, I'm the God of all grace.
Yes.
I'm the God of all grace. And as you give, I know he wasn't smiling on the cross, but before he got beat up and all this stuff.
All right.
He said, this temple, you got nothing to do with this temple. He said, when he was on there, he had enough joy to tell you, let me forgive you. Hey, you on there? Come on, you can go with me. And that was grace. Even when he was suffering, even when he was pain, he was giving grace.
Yes.
So sometimes we don't have any money, give him grace.
Yes.
Give somebody a chance.
Yes.
Give somebody a hope. Give somebody some peace. Give it to them. Give it to them.
Yes.
Give it to them.
Yes.
Just give. This is the year of the giver.
Yes.
We give what we can. Give them favor.
Yes.
You want favor? Give favor.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You want blessing? Be a blessing. You want healing? Then go around and help heal other people.
Yes.
God is able to do it.
Yes.
He said, all grace will abound unto you. Then he says, and if you do that, I want you to know that I'm praying that the God who was the one who gave you seed to sow, and a seed can be anything that reproduces after its own self. A seed reproduces after itself, and then all kinds of seeds.
Yes.
There are love seeds, there are faith seeds.
Yes.
What are some other kinds of seeds? Seeds of encouragement. What kind of seeds? Seeds. Seeds of peace. Whatever kind of seeds. Hope. Come on, any kind of seed. Joy, any kind of seed. Determination. Perseverance. Steadfastness. Encouragement. All right? There are all kinds of seeds. He said, this is the one that gave you the energy, the steadfastness, the joy, the hope, the peace, the determination, whatever you had. He's the one who's giving it to you in the first place. Not only that, he said he's giving you. So in one instance, he says, I'm giving you something spiritual, then I'm also giving you something physical. So he's given us all things that we need. And then he says that let me read the exact words here. And then he says, after he does that, after all grace abound to you, and he said that he is going to supply. He's going to give you more.
Yes.
He's going to give you more.
Yes.
He's going to give you more. He's going to give you more. That's why David said, now cup overflows. He's going to give you more. Why? Because his storehouse never empties out. Like the woman who was with Elijah, I think it was Elisha, and she didn't have anything to eat. And he said, just bake me a cake before you fix your food and die. Bring me some oil here. Bring me some flour, some meal, or whatever you use. And she gave it all. The next day she went back, there was more. She gave it all. The next day she went back, there was more. How do you think you've been making it with all you have to do, with all that you've been going through, with all the weight on your word? That because God is supplying what you need to give. He said he'll make grace abound toward you, and he'll supply the seed that you need. And this goes back to Genesis, when he said, be fruitful and multiply. He picks it up again here and says, and he will multiply.
Yes, he will.
The seed that you sown. Sometimes it may only be $1 or $2 that you can put in.
Yes.
It may even be just a smile or a hug that you can give. It may be just a right there. You know, this lady going out the front is, you know, a senior citizen lady. That could have been my mom. And she had, you know, the regular luggage, and she was walking, and I was trying to tell her that the lobby was up this way. And God said, don't just tell her, go get it. And I said, you here? She said, yeah, my granddaughter went in there. Oh, my granddaughter went in there. I don't know where she is. I said, well, that door, you're not supposed to go in that door. I said, you just come here. I got your stuff. Let me take your stuff. And so I brought her stuff in and told her, sit down. Because I have nothing else to God to do that. What can I say? Because I'm a giver. I'm going to give her some help. I would want somebody to help my mother. I would want somebody to help me. Because I'm a senior citizen myself. You know what I'm talking about? I need somebody to help me. But I didn't do it for that. I just saw it because that was a sister that was old enough to be my mom. Carrying that heavy load by herself. And at that time, my feet weren't hurting. And I had no problem walking while I'm trying to be cute and get there to her. Can I get a witness here? I ain't had to think about changing my shoes. God didn't have my shoes on. I'm always that with the cute shoes. Take two and take them off. But I had favor to walk out there. I wasn't even worried about my shoes. I was just trying to help her in why? Because I have nothing else to give her except for help. But that's going to be multiplied. So the next time I can do it for more, hey girl, don't be behind nobody. Come on in the service, Sister Debbie. So this is the season of the giver. He said he'll multiply the seed sown. Are you hearing me? Whatever you give, when you teach those crazy kids out at UDC and at Howard Community College, as you give yourself in love, and as you let some of them get over, because you know that if it had not been for the Lord who was on your side, God give it back to you. I thought black people have a lot of excuses. Black people got a lot of excuses. Black people got some excuses. But I ain't them. You white. But I have no excuses. I'm sorry, you have to be delivered a little bit. But then you realize they're people. And they have issues. Just like us. And I said, I think about all the time. All the times in the past. But not fast, because I ain't done my homework. Well, I mean, not in the past, I mean now. And he gives us grace.
Yes, he does.
How can I be the one, after God has forgiven me for what the debt that I owe him, and I go and be nasty to somebody else? That's not a giver. We're a giver. He says he'll multiply the seed sown. And not only that, will he give you what you need. Not only multiply what you do, but then he'll increase your fruit.
Yes, he will.
Jesus said, by your fruit are you known. By the people you bless. He said he's going to increase the fruit of your righteousness. That means when you get ready to start praying, when you begin to start fasting, when you begin to start believing, when you begin to start serving, when you begin to start yielding yourself to God, he's going to make you have more fruit. And fruit is healthy. And not that. Said that. That was you, Lisa?
No, ma'am.
You said you won't weigh you down. Some of us, when God put a table before us in the presence of our enemy, we just eat everything. Then afterwards, we can't even get up to do the work of God. We're going to take a nap now. But you can eat that fruit, get that little natural sugar high. Oh my God, he said, increase the fruit of your righteousness and cause you to excel in everything. What did he say here? He said he's going to increase enriching everything to liberality, which causes thanksgiving through us. That's why we walk around praising God and thanking God. People are, what's wrong with you? You know, I just think about God and got happy. Remember when you first fell in love? Well, you in love now. When you first fell in love. And I remember back in the day when I wasn't I still had Jesus somewhere in me, but he wasn't in my heart. And so I was working at the telephone company in CNP before they broke down. And you know, I was always a good person, always joking. They could tell when I had they could tell. Because I come in going, hey everybody. How y'all doing? Oh yeah, I didn't have that problem. Because I had some fruit of unrighteousness. The fruit of unrighteousness make me skip and make me happy for a couple of days. But then it soon fades away. When you would think about the verse, you go, Lord have mercy. God, thank you. And that's how it be when you're in love with Jesus. You got to think when you think about it. Because it's Thanksgiving to you. You don't even know why you're thanking God. You had more work to do than you ever had before, but you had to find a way after you complain for me, and then Thanksgiving will come and say, well, God, I just thank you right now, I got a job. I thank you right now that I can do this one. Because we're regular people. So there is a minute or two that God allows you to complain. Okay, he knows every now and then you have to complain. Anymore. Well, or any less. No, you sis, go ahead and bless the people. God bless you. Love you. And so I know because she goes to the Saturday church. That's what I was telling her. Telling they 7-day business. Not the first day.
All 7 days.
Not all 7 days.
All 7 days.
Just one day on the Sabbath.
Yes.
Now you tell them that this is you were at another Sabbath. Well, you're supposed to be worshiping.
Yes.
Not the Sabbath that means 7.
Yes, ma'am.
But the Sabbath that means be receiving stuff. Amen?
Amen.
And so that's what God, this is the year, for those of you who came there talking about the season of the giver. The year of the giver. This is the year when God is going to give us more to give. And as he gives us more to give, we're going to be able to give more, do more, because most of us as givers always want to help somebody. Here you go, I got to say one place. If I can help somebody as I move along, if I can hear somebody with a word or song, if I can tell somebody that they're going wrong, then my living is not in vain. Come on together. Then my living is not be in vain. Wait, open my soprano. My living will not. Got to change keys every now and then. Be in vain. If I could help somebody as I move along, then my living will not be in vain. So I just wanted to share with you today that all your giving and all your sharing and all you're doing, not because you have to, because you want to, it's not in vain. That God has seen and he recognizes, because he does search the heart. And he sees that you're doing it for him, for his glory. That you're not just taking care of the needs of your immediate family, but you're doing it for others. How many times, Lord Lorraine, have you gone and helped somebody and they didn't have all the monies that they owe you? Right now. Well, we're speaking it right now. Right now. We're speaking that you're going to get some clients to come in to balance what they don't have. You know what I mean? We pray that it's going to come for you because you take care of those who don't have a voice. You are their voice. And what they don't have, God will supply the seed that you need to give you some help some better equipment. Somebody got to come in there to help you do the work you have to do as you're taking care of your grandson and your son. I thank you right now. Doing all things and all times. Lack for nothing. Anybody got a scripture you want to add? This is we're talking what you know about giving. Come on, add to me. We're in 2 Corinthians 2, around 8. And God is able to make all grace abound toward you, that you having all sufficiency in all things, they have an abundance in every good work, in every good work, in every good work, and abundance. And we're not talking about abundance of things that you can see, but abundance of joy when everything is falling around you. And abundance of joy when they're persecuting you and lying on you. You have an abundance of peace, as Lisa said she released to us, no matter what's going on. Abundance is abundance. So many of us are just looking for money, but sometimes if I could just have peace of mind.
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes if I could just have strength and energy and abundance. And I'm saying that's coming. Let me see what the Greek word for abound is. The Greek word for abound is, let me see. Perisio, which means to be superfluous, to cause to be superabound. So this is more than the regular abound. Because per is one of those prefixes or suffix that means like the perimeter. So it's the perimeter of your blessing. So it's all around you to superabound. And it says in quality and quantity, to be in excess, to be the better, enough to spare, to exceed, excel, increase. It says rebound and remain. So God is saying in so many words that as we have given like we've given, this is your year. Yes. This is your season. So don't walk with your head down. Yeah. Walk with your head up high. Yeah. Know that he who began a good work in you is going to be faithful to make it work. This is your year. You've been given. You've been faithful over a few things. Now he's going to give you an opportunity to be Lord over many. This is your season. To walk in as your giver. You have a need, God, I need to be able to give this to you. Let me give. And it may not always be the money. Who's that? So we have to be able to give. We got to give. So I'm glad I can be in the midst of givers. Because oftentimes I'm in the midst of takers. Those sponges. They just come and take everything from you. But to be in the midst of you givers makes it worth my time. When we come here, I'm sorry that I take so much from you. But it's because I know y'all gonna give me much. I know when I come here, it's not like when I go to preach oftentimes and I'm doing all the giving. You know how sometimes you be giving, you don't get that much back. Yes. But I'm glad when I come here, I always come back energized. Because y'all give it back to me. I thought I was somebody. Because God loved me. When I found out you can have your sister's love, I feel so much better. And I just want a person to thank you for giving it to me. Thank you for giving. Thank you for giving to each other. We hear sometimes because it makes a difference in our lives. Because my gift is not your gift, and what I can give may not help you, but what you can give may help her, or what you may do may help her. So we give all together. It's like, I don't know if you ever seen one of those things when all the wires are crossed. That's what's happening here. We're giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. And that's why we're going to walk in a state of blessing now. That's why your whole life now is going to be different. And we've been speaking to you about the whole apartment, the whole house thing. You move yet?
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. We didn't know we had to pray for God to give you a husband. But he gave you one, didn't he? Well, it was somebody that would help you. You needed some help.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Right, Lisa?
It's an excellent thing.
Prophesy.
Uh-huh.
It's a
It says, and I was telling, I just got the phone with Sister Julie, because I said, I didn't get your response back. I don't know what happened to some of the invitations. So I was like, I gotta make my way up to God's willing. Because I don't know. The people from Ebenezer, because I had a group on with, I did them like in sections, you know, my different departments. And the people from Ebenezer and, I guess, did you get yours? I was one of the women, didn't get it. I don't, and I told her,
The 25th of this month?
I said, I don't know how to track it, you know.
Is that a Sunday?
It's on a Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
Saturday at 2.
Yeah. Which
Hunter. I'm checking.
I'm sorry, y'all, we get off every now and
I'm
then.
sorry.
It's supposed to be about giving. Let's see this thing. The 25th. Yeah, let me show you how the alien works. Just text it to me, Debbie.
Okay.
How the enemy works. The Lord hooked up with this fine brother. Dr. Chill, Dr. Cool.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as she gets hooked up, getting ready to get married, then becomes and tries to cause havoc in her body.
Mm-hmm. Trying to take me out.
Try to take her out.
Okay.
I mean, literally take you out.
Had the seizures, had the tremors.
Go ahead.
Hospitalized. They done prophesied that I was gonna have all this illness and that, you know, I wasn't gonna be able to use my body and they, but.
And hold up.
But
She ain't
thank
been
God.
using her body. And she'll get ready to get married. She was gonna try to use her body when she got married. Boy, that was scary, wasn't it?
But thank God, when the doctor started speaking this, and then people started speaking it in my, you know, my family, not my mother, because she wasn't here, but I was with some family, and they know Christ, but they haven't experienced the full experience, and so they didn't really know how to handle it. And one night I was in the emergency room, and I literally, I could barely, I was just like this, and the voice of God said, and he said, start texting. So I started just texting people, pray for me. And I think I texted Reverend Bobby. This is like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the hospital, and they don't know what's going on in the emergency room at GW. And she called me like the next day or so, and she said, don't let them name it. She said, because if you let them name it, then you'll be expecting all the symptoms that they say that you have. And that was just profound that she said that, because if God had not sent her, I would have probably been more accepting of what they had given me. And when she said, don't let them name it, so whenever they started saying stuff, I said, is that what you say? If that's what you said, you know, and I was just very clear. And I'm just thank God for God using her. That took me to a whole, I would have been in a whole different space, a whole different place. But just by listening to the voice of God, and they start texting. You can't talk.
Sometimes all we need to do is give a word. That's why we started off, giving each other, giving a word to everybody. So sometimes that's all we have to give. You gotta give it. Give the word, even if it is contrary to what everybody else is saying. Give it anyhow. I'm glad you reminded me that I said that, because I need not to name some stuff going on in my life. I accepted it. You name it. Huh?
Stop telling the devil your business.
Stop telling
Exactly.
Oh, yeah? Stop telling the devil your business.
That's good. That was a pivotal point.
That's a point.
The turn. Because, you know, I was with some people and they were doing the best they could for me. But spiritually, they weren't there. So all they could see was the sign on the outside. And they was like, oh, I guess, you know, you just doing for life of, you know, whatever. But when I got that word, I started praying. Just started praying and praying and praying. Whenever they say, I'm just smile. Because that's not what he
That's not what he says. tell you, God is good. And you gotta baby name that thing. So thank you for that word. That's the, you know, whatever gift we have. Some of us just have the gift of encouraging. Let's go to Corinthians about these gifts.
Yes.
Let's talk about these gifts for a little while, because I want you to see the gifts. And let's go to 1 Corinthians 13. And then I'm not gonna keep you too long. They'll be funeralizing. Let me tell you what God did yesterday. So my sister's brother died. My sister's husband died. She's been married about 37 years. So we've been married for 35 years. And so we kind of knew him. I knew him a long time. He was always a little older than she was. And so he was going to this real holiness, apostolic, doctrinal church that didn't allow women in the pulpit. And so I've been there before, and I preach, and they told me to get the pulpit, because they don't know. I end up out of the pulpit anyway. So why not just start from the floor? If you let me start from the floor, by the time I get in it, you know, rabbit, born and bred in the bride patch. Put me on the floor. I'm a field Negro anyway. I had to be in the house, so I knew the culture there. And so my sister, she's been trying to bring up, he up and having to found the church, and that's all he knew. And so he wanted to be, they wanted to be buried there. So we go there. She wants me to go and get the pulpit. I said, no, that'll be a distraction. I'm just staying with you because you're crazy. Okay, you're crazy. I got to be with you. You know, your children can't always have you, but I know you would. And so I said I would be there, but she said she wanted me to say something. So she really wanted me to kind of preach unity, because I'm like the family unitist. When anybody dies, they ask me. Because I watch my husband preach funerals, and my husband can preach people up in heaven. And I learned from him how to preach people in heaven. And so we were talking about it, and I didn't know what I was going to say, because I've been crazy with all the deaths. And I just never had a focus, I couldn't prepare, because every time I knew somebody else was dying. And so God just said, you can do this, just go do it, just be there for him. So we get in an argument about when to close the casket. My sister, even when my mama died, she wanted the casket open the whole time. Yeah, and I said, no, I let her open it until we got ready to preach the sermon for my mother, then we closed it. So this is her husband. So everybody said she was going to keep they were going to close it and then open it back up after the word. And I'm saying, that's not right. Because if you close it, then open it back up. No. So she said, but I want it open. And she's bigger than me, and she's louder than me. I want it open. But I want my husband. And my husband just was talking about it before he died. And my husband. And I said, okay, hold up, man. This is what we're going to do. We're going to leave it open until the sermon. Okay? And then we're going to close it, because when we close it, that means we've seen him, and I'll get the people to come up and have you all go and see them one more time before they preach the eulogy, so you can see them. We got to close it, and then so the pastor can preach them up. And so everybody's doing their stuff, and she's falling out and all this stuff. Everybody's crying, because he was a good guy. I just had 3 children at the time. He had 2 boys and a girl. He raised them like that. He really did, and that's all this time. And so he was a good man. And so God gave me a word, and I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. Well, he used to drive these big cars, and then when he retired, he ended up driving the bus. They had a picture of him driving the bus in the program. And so I just said, okay, God, give me some thoughts. Give me some thoughts real quick. Give me some thoughts, because that's the only time I can get to think when I write every moment. And so, because of this. And so I was doing it, and I got some thoughts. And then God said, go ahead, work this. So what God showed me was that when they put the pictures there, they had a picture of him at the beginning of the pictures on one page, and the next page of pictures, they had run out of pictures, so they put the same picture at the bottom of him driving the bus. You got me? So I saw that while I was sitting there, and I began to talk about the steps of a good man or order of the Lord. Because even though I wasn't going to preach, I got to take a scripture. It's always a scripture. It's got to be a scripture. And I said how his steps were ordered, not only ordered, God allowed his feet to be ordered so much that he could drive people around. And I'm talking about he drove to the church and found Jesus Christ. And now he drove into my sister's heart and married her, and then drove out. And then even when he retired, he drove on the bus for special children because he was a driver. And I said, he drove and he really liked to drive. They talked about all the big cars he had, all this other stuff. But now, I believe God's got this awesome Jaguar, Mercedes, BMW, Cadillac, a Ferrari, a chariot that he wants to drive him up to heaven. And so, I'm sure the Lord looked it up. He says, and we got to drive him up. I said, Beverly, look at the picture there at the beginning. But look at the last picture. The last picture was he driving now. But God said he don't have to drive. God wants him to get in the passenger seat. But you got to close the door so he can get in the car. God worked that thing. Oh, what a mighty God we serve. He worked that thing. I said, we got to close the door because that thing comes so fast. He may fall out. So we got to go and close the door. So I want everybody in the family to go up there and say bye to him one more time. So we can close the door and he can ride on like King Jesus.
Yes.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
You see what God does? God does something. I had no idea. I don't talk about him being a gambler because he was a gambler. In fact, he messed up a lot of times. And I don't talk about him taking a risk to give his life to Christ. And then God said, don't take him. And it was just so strange. Nobody saw the two pictures. With him starting off as a driver. And then the last picture, him driving off. And she could handle that. She could handle that. She received it and could let him go as much as she could. And we got to go and bury him tomorrow. So we will see what that's all about. But I don't have to say anything tomorrow. But that's what God will give you. You understand? So I said I want to talk about gifts. So first, and I have to share with you because sometimes God amazes me with what he does. I'm saying, God, I don't know how you do it, but you do it. 1 Corinthians 11. I'm sorry, 12. But the different gifts, and there's several sections of gifts, and I'm not going to swing on this too long. But there are one gift called the spiritual gifts, which are in 1 Corinthians 12. And they group in three: the gifts of utterance, the gifts of prophecy, and the gifts of miracles. And then there are gifts in Ephesians. You know, when God ascended on high, he sent gifts unto men. And he said they're apostles, prophets, evangelists, teachers, and pastors. And so that's another gift. In Romans 12, they talk about other gifts. So there are a lot of different gifts. You want to look at those chapters and look at those gifts because God has given us seed in the gifts. And the gifts are seeds. When we wrote to the Corinthians, they were fussing about whose seed was better than the others. But then when Paul talks about the seed, after he talks about all these different gifts, he begins to talk about unity in the body. You know all the gifts. We're talking about the gifts of prophecy, diversities of gifts, ministries, diversity of activities, the word of knowledge, word of wisdom, and the word of prophecy. And then there's faith and healings and miracles. Then there's the tongues, discerning of spirits, and different kinds of tongues, and interpretation of tongues. And so they're talking about those gifts. We talked about the fivefold leadership gifts. And then when you get into Romans, let's look at Romans 12 for a minute. Is it Romans 12? I think it's Romans 12. I just want you to see the gifts that you'll be using. But Ephesians 12, when it says, serve physical, we just want to say, in verse 3, it says, now, through the gates given me to everyone who is among you, don't think more of yourself than you are. Because we had not ever the Lord on our side, what will we be? But we need to think soberly as God has dealt with each one a measure of faith. For we are many members in one body, but we don't have different, we have the same function. We don't have the same function. And then 6 says, we have gifts different according to the grace that is given us. And it says, use them. If it's prophecy, prophesy. Ministry, that means serving. Teaching, exhorting, encouraging, giving with liberality. And so giving is a gift. Leading, showing mercy. And then, of course, he goes by with faith, hope, and love. And so I want you to recognize those things in your life that God has used to bless other people. And I want you to think of that as seed. Anything you do for God, I want you to think of it as seed. When you dance, that's seed. Okay? Kathy, what do you do other than bless people? So you encourage, you're an encourager. Praise the Lord. Come on, Julie. It's faith stuff here. So you encourage. What do? You're an encourager? You are an encourager. What you do? You giving? You give always a giver. So you don't say giving, because we know that's why we were talking about the year of the giver, the season of the giver. And I know you made your gift. You just give. You know, you don't even, it's almost like you didn't even think about it. You just say, God said, give, okay, here. We're talking about the fact that God, and we're in 2 Corinthians 9, around 8. We're saying, come on, Adrian, inside here. And so we're saying that God gives us to be givers. And as he's given us, this is the season where we're going to begin to see the rewards and the fruit of our giving. Okay? Because most of the time, a giver does not look back for the rewards. So now I'm talking about the seeds, the different kind of seeds, and not just financial seeds, but our lives. And now we're talking about the gifts as seeds. So we're looking at the gifts. So, okay, what do you see as your seed? You're a teacher, good. So when you teach and share with others, that is a seed. And we can see that grow up in the children. Lorraine. Other than the lawyer thing, whatever gifts you have. You want to start recognizing, don't be ashamed. And listen,
She's a protector.
she is a protector. Or she is a protector. And a defender.
Uh-huh.
That's why on her card, it says warfare.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's a warrior.
She's a warrior.
She's a warrior. What are some other ones? Come on, I want y'all to begin to recognize and honor these gifts. Because once you begin to honor the gift, then you can flow in them. Easily. Lisa.
I love to teach and I love to help.
So a teacher and a helper. And most of us who give us are servants.
Yes, yes.
We're gonna go out and help somebody. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I have to tell you this. I have issues. I don't have issues, and I have to release this. But I have problems when I go places and they really are organized and they have these people with security guards. And while you're eating, they just stand and watch our food. It bothers me to no end. I get them in trouble all the time. I be sneaking in food. And I know that's your job, but you can be like Cindy and sit at the table and watch. You know, it's like, it's one of those things, and I'm trying to understand the mind of a watcher, like a watcher on a wall. You gotta see if the enemy is coming. And so I have to pray about that, but I still don't like the fact that we have to make them look like we are so special and they aren't.
Yes, yes.
Are you with me? That's what happens. And you just have to obey the people because you're with them. But I will go on the side and you just put it right here. I can't help it. I don't like to see anybody thinking they're better than anybody else. You know, that's how I am. I get in trouble. And not that I'm not used to it, because I could be like that too. My God, I got angels watching over me. Why you got to stand up there? Come on, sit down and get something to eat. You've been up there so long, you probably need to eat more than me. Come on. Go ahead. Julie, what do you see in some of the gifts you have that seed?
I'm a teacher and an administrator and a mentor.
Oh my God, that administration gift, that's the gift of being able to see things and put them in an order so it can be accessed at the moment that it's there. The teaching gift, we know, but most of the time we overlook the administration gift.
And to assure excellence in the will of God.
Oh, whoa, tell me about it. See, I told y'all know about the administration gift. And to assure excellence.
Yes.
Thank you. Earnestly, the best gifts. Okay, and of course, that's how Paul was saying, don't be caught up in the gift, but come in the spirit of gifts. And so we can also look at gifts we want to have. It says according to the grace that's given us and the faith. But if God has given us that grace and that faith, as it says here, as we give it, all grace is going to abound toward us. We can begin to ask God to give us the gift to accomplish His will. You with me? You can ask Him to give you the gift. Most of us are kind of saying, I don't want that gift. Just take it. It's not your gift anyway. God's going to do the work. God, just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it. All right, good. Now, tell me the thing about administration again so I can remember it, so that's what I can pray about.
To assure excellence.
to assure excellence in the work of God. Amen. I hear you with that. Thank you, God. Thank you. I received it. Hey, Adrian, how you doing? I know you just came in to give you a minute to think about what the gifts are you had that you bring to us. Oh, you know, okay, good.
Server.
Server and a giver. This is the year of the giver, the season of the giver. And so you're here because you give. You make your way to go to church all day long and come in after you know you're tired. And no matter, and the thing I like about Adrian is that she said all kinds of stuff that come at her. And she was with us when we first started. And she said all kinds of stuff come at her. And they lay her for a while, her car broke down, she had to move, all this kind of stuff, but she come on back. That's the heart of the giver. Thank you. Kathy? I mean, Kathy. Okay. That's right, I saw what you first, didn't I? There's something else going on there too. What about you? You're nurturing. Amen. Cindy, what about you? You got the prophetic on you, girl? You got the prophetic. Let me tell you what she did. Sister Cheryl Johnson was here. Those of you who just coming in. She got a 2015 Mercedes C-Class.
All right.
Big time, big time. She went from a 2003 broken down Jeep. And the Lord ended up with her there. And so we were showing that she had that faith to kind of go there. And in the process, she began to see herself differently because she had it. And so as God began to work on that, she began to start seeing herself. Because she never thought she was worthy of it. And sometimes as you give, God will have to give it back to you so you can do it. And so and she's a nurturer as well. And so we want to be aware of the fact that you can just begin to call things. And not because you want to, because she wasn't looking for that. She was looking for another Jeep. Okay? But sometimes we can look for what we had and God has something better because you're giving. You're giving.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But I didn't mean to say what I said.
What did you mean to say?
I meant to say server and working with mercy, and I was thinking, I don't know what.
Come on, now, let's hug Adrian and give her some energy. Come on. Hey, Bernie Morgan, and
Well,
she's
we didn't actually burn it.
Wait, did she make a copy of the mortgage and burn that?
That's what I was gonna ask her,
What did she burn?
Yeah, they called it a mortgage burn, and I was sitting there, and then they said it was time to go.
Where you gonna burn this stuff? Let's give her some energy, God. Give her. You've been serving and serving and serving. How long will give her some energy? Give her some energy. She get a double dose. Give her some energy.
This is the church is this?
Oh, yeah, this is
Well, I wish it was
the Lord's Church of Restoration. Pastor carries some, Bishop carries some back. Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
That's just it, you say.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're
That's
doing.
right.
So
No, it's not that.
Oh, okay.
Short time that kid that got shot. She went to serve on her.
Oh, y'all been talking about naked and proof, you talking about recently.
They went to the Surratt's house. She wouldn't.
Oh, I know they make that, can't do that.
She did. Go there, we know where.
Yeah, I can't see which one it was, but that's what you ran, but she had her.
Okay, on that note, while we're up, let's just pray a little bit about what's going on. And thank God for you. I want to say that Reverend